And welcome back to Toka Tales, episode 12.1. Not a Loid.
You're a dick.
What?
I just remembered. You said you were going to order me a new bag.
Well, I'll be
You're
honest.
dreaming, bitch. I never said that. You got it on recording?
Last week?
You have it on recording? Prove
Probably if I watched the stream.
Okay. Our stream, not only making sure that you can find out that I did give you something that I said later on I didn't want to give you and say fuck you to Yum. But we can also use that against our party members in order to make sure that they remember that, yes, you did promise me that. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, no, I got that set off of Amazon with that bag. And all the dice sets that you guys saw me pull out at that point. And I was like, I want to say $15. It's less than I paid for a single set of dice at other places.
Yeah.
He's looking fuzzled.
Yes. Reading up something.
Oh. Yeah, bad habit.
Yeah, I didn't realize it did that.
Alright, so I take it you guys are just hanging out next to the slaughterhouse, hovering there, taking a rest for the night, right?
I hope we're like up in the air, away from these jello fucking slimy things.
Okay. So, who all is resting and who's keeping a watch out for the night?
My character's rested.
I didn't give a fuck. I just went to sleep.
No, I'm staying up.
I'll stay up too, so me and him will stay watch.
Normal size where he's being held now or no?
If you bring him up to the cargo hold or onto the main deck, then you'd be fine.
I was gonna do that.
Okay. So you bring him up to the main deck. Okay. So it's an open, flat deck. There's decent amount of room. I mean, it's not huge, but he can sit comfortably.
Okay. And she's just gonna fall asleep on him.
Okay.
She normally does.
So you see the armored one come up and fall asleep, cuddled up to a giant skunk on the deck of the ship.
This area.
No, right top.
Oh,
Right here. Yeah. Do a perception check for the night.
I'm keeping watch as well because I'm not tired.
Natural 20.
Nice.
13 total.
Okay. You spend a good portion of the night mesmerized at watching the tentacles slowly pick pieces of slime out of the house and bring it up and seem to swallow it. As throughout the night, it just seems to eat the entire rest of the slime. You see everything that he's going to see. And you even see during part of the night, as it reaches down, it seems to rip off half of a skeleton and brings that up and eats that too.
Dinner and a show.
So, who wants to roll for the only member of that party that we haven't discussed? That was still there.
Actually, I feel like it's fair if you do it.
Can I roll?
It's fair if you do it.
Okay.
What am I actually rolling?
D20.
13.
13. Okay. So as the night progresses on, okay, you see an odd shape in like the second story that looks like a large kind of cloaked hunky figure that ends up falling out the side of the doorway, kind of splooshes down on the ground, rolls down towards the stable, kind of disappears into the night.
Excuse me.
So it was high enough that the Skeksis was not killed, but was still coated in slime as she rolled down the hill.
Yeah, if I had rolled for her, it would have been... She would have lived. I just got a 16.
Yeah. Anything below a 10, okay, was
Why do you use your luck reroll?
gonna be.
I don't have a lucky roll on Rec, that was on Zeta.
Damn.
Would be an indication as to anything below 10 would be an indication as to how bad the death was.
Okay, can we have this one at 6?
How many rerolls was that?
Too many. Too many.
How many hero points do you have to reroll?
Not enough.
Not enough.
I mean, like, the third one I rolled was like a 10.
Okay.
Got that
Or is
one.
this the one time you want to buy yourself a critical failure?
No, not one.
Well, why are we asking to crit fail?
Someone
Because we
said
want to
maybe.
fail this roll. We want the Skeksis dead.
Just screw the Skeksis.
So if we want to like wait
Okay.
2 minutes, we can do the roll for it, and I can give him a crit failure for the
No.
purpose of it. I have enough
Kill the
points.
Skeksis. I want her bow.
You're sleeping.
Damn.
No, all these people sleeping.
Just
And the only
name-
ones that are
yeah.
keeping watch have no idea that the Skeksis is the Skeksis. Everyone that knows who the Skeksis is asleep.
Figures. You excited? I thought we couldn't find any of them.
One time I want to roll bad.
Yeah, it's not often we want to roll bad.
I put her in an upstairs room.
I checked all the upstairs rooms. You said they were all empty, except for a couple stupid little guys.
Only the ones that the wall is ripped off of. It only ripped off the wall of half the house.
Well, survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
And
but-
hopefully she doesn't go back to the Bay of Bath and Massage will eat her.
Yeah, or near any dragons.
She probably won't make it very far. I mean, that's
I forgot about
sort of
that.
fulfilling.
So the night passes without anything else happening. Day comes. Who's doing the daily encounter roll?
You just did that on the way over.
You want me to do it?
Be your turn, Joe.
You guys want dragons? I can do dragons. I'm usually pretty good at that. Oh, thankfully, not tonight. 20. Usually it's 90 or better.
So it would have been painful for them.
All right. So you guys wake up. Your exhaustion is gone. Everyone that slept in the slave hold wakes up a bit stiff and sore. You sleeping on Punk is perfectly comfortable. As could be. For you, you're perfectly comfortable as could be.
And Punk's about the same size as me now because I didn't make him his full length because of the size of the top hole.
Yeah, it's a small ship. This one's not as big as the other one. But it's got more floors. And it's alive.
In time, the other one will be too.
In fact, Zasmin, roll a nature sense.
Awesome.
Nature sense is on here, right?
Yeah, I believe you add your nature and your perception to it. Allowing you really high rolls on certain things.
27.
You can sense the entire life flow throughout this creature. This whole thing is one giant creature. It seems happier or more comfortable now.
Okay.
It definitely enjoyed its dinner overnight.
I don't know what it ate. She was asleep the whole time. She
Okay.
didn't even see the body roll out of the house.
Nope.
Which is a good thing.
But you can feel that it ate well last night. It's relatively healthy, and you are able to connect with the natural essence of this creature and communicate with it.
I'm gonna try talking to it. If it's a living thing, it could talk, right?
I like jelly.
That's somehow unsettling. She says hi, and it's, I like jelly.
Could have said worse things.
Brain. So, what are you guys planning to do?
I'm taking care of it out of the holster. I just cut myself a little bit. Right before.
Okay, Karen's out.
Roam for a while.
So, what are you guys doing?
After he pulls out,
Tom's the captain.
we're gonna head north to a fan room.
You want to go back to Faerun, boss?
Yes. I want to go retrieve a deck of cards. And something else is calling me up that way for some reason.
Here. There.
Full deck. Full deck.
My other character has a full deck.
Well, you're in the room. You hear him say something about a deck of cards.
I got a half deck. I know where the other half is.
Something's calling me up north, so I want to go north. We're going to meet this guy Slade that has a full deck.
The location is north. Where you are.
Yeah, let's go north.
Let's go.
So we go north, boss?
Yes. We Planescape the fan room.
So we go Faerun or we go north?
Fan room.
Faerun. Okay.
I got on.
Damn it!
So what deck should we position ourselves on? The command deck, I guess?
So, Whack just starts lopping up the stairs, disappears up into the upper holds, and then you all hear echoing in your head, "Sorry, I'm not figure out volume yet. Everyone hold on to your knickers."
Can I brace against like a wall, grab a door, or something?
Desmond's holding on to Punk. Punk can keep himself steady.
I just cling to the ground like a cat.
Yeah, I'll go back and lay down. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah, we better hope that he doesn't go flying anywhere, because we won't get burned or scratched.
Oh yeah,
Won't hurt me.
Desmond, you want to see New World?
Sure.
Okay, take deep breath.
Okay. He takes a deep
Poof.
breath.
As soon as you take the deep breath, all the air comes ripping out of your lungs. Okay. All of you.
Wreck just flickers out for a second.
And then all of a sudden, you feel the entire world shift around you.
Somehow I don't like that.
I feel like we're making a dex saving throw of some kind.
Yep.
If it's con or dex, I'm feeling pretty confident. Wisdom. Shit.
This kind I'm okay. Dex, yeah. If it's strength, I'm good.
Strength, I'm good.
I prefer a dex save.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Or wisdom.
Okay. So, Fee, you're out on deck. Okay. As you go to take a deep inhale, your lungs are filled with the salty smell of the ocean. And then you realize they're also filling with water as you are in a torrential downpour in the middle of a storm above the ocean floor by like 3 feet.
Can I pull Punk into the bottom parts of the ship?
Yeah, make a dexterity check for you and Punk.
Eight and 10.
You go skidding across the deck a few times as high winds come up, and occasionally a wave actually starts to crest over the deck that you're on. All of you below deck are completely unaware of this, by the way.
Just being
I'm latched onto a wall right now. You're latched on the ground. Oh, wait, I got it next to me.
In fact, all of you can make a perception.
She's holding onto her horns to make sure her helmet stays on her head.
Nat 20.
I'm sleeping.
Perception?
Yep.
21 total.
18, 12.
Okay, the two of you notice that there's water starting to dribble down the stairs a little bit.
Shift my body.
Okay.
Evil.
Whack.
And then you feel the whole ship kind of shift to the side and lean.
Whack, what's going on?
No, I suppose I could just watching me being thrown about.
We don't know yet. You're not downstairs.
Yeah, but knowing back. Knowing back, he's watching.
I don't know. We jumped to Faerun. I have no idea where.
We're above ocean.
I'm a shaman, not a navigator.
You're doing good work.
Shamigator.
Damn it, man, I'm a shaman.
I'm pretty sure we in Faerun. But it's hard to tell when you're in ocean.
In ocean? But in the ocean?
Can we get out of
In the ocean?
Can we go up so we don't take water on?
Make another dex check for you.
Oh no! 14 and 10.
Which one got the 10?
I usually roll for Punk first, then myself. So I got the 10 and Punk got the 14.
So Punk is able to hold on to the deck as the entire ship starts rising up. A wave sweeps underneath it, just knocking the side of it, making the whole ship kind of go like this. Okay, you go flying right off the end,
I'm
down
still holding
towards
onto my helmet.
down towards the water, as Punk is holding on, and 12. No. And the tentacle sweeps right by you, missing you completely, trying to catch you as you go splashing into the water.
I thought it was trying to smack me away.
Ooh, baseball time.
Home run.
As you splash into the water.
How far up is the ship from me now? Is it on the water?
No, it's above the water. It's about 20 feet out.
Where can we look? Is it still storming?
Yeah. Alright. That's good. A tentacle comes sweeping down towards you. You try to evade it?
No.
Okay. So then a 17 will hit
She's still
you.
holding her helmet.
The tentacle sweeps up. You just feel this,
My armor class is 19.
but you're not resisting it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay. So a tentacle comes by. It sweeps. As you feel it touch you, poof. You find yourself on the slave deck in one of the rooms.
Does she still have water in her lungs? Because she didn't like.
You're
try
soaking
to
wet.
breathe at all. I'm guessing that's a yes.
Okay. So anyone that's currently on the deck sees her appear, sloshing wet,
How would I
coughing up
swim?
water.
Yeah.
And we'll say that Punk makes its way into the cargo hold, into shelter, on the upper deck. So not on this one.
There's the slave deck.
Yes, 4 decks.
All right. So which way, boss?
Gotta figure out exactly where we are first. We're over the ocean. Do we see land anywhere? I'm gonna roll to see if we can see if I can see land anywhere.
Make a perception check at disadvantage because you're in the middle of a storm.
At that time with the water. I can relate.
With the distance, I gotta roll again.
Yeah.
Go with the lowest number.
We were underwater. And I
15.
Water instead.
Okay.
Underwater.
You see storm in all directions. Okay. You think you see a glimmer of light for a moment off in the easterly direction, but it's quickly lost in the
Which means
storm.
we're a virgin forever.
Fucking storms. Let's go north. See if we come towards
I
land.
dropped my D4.
You want to head
see.
north
We can't see where we are.
Which way was that light?
to the east?
Well, let's head east towards where that lace was.
Okay, I thought I missed something.
Yeah, I missed the east part.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me, since you're the one navigating.
18.
Okay. So what are you guys doing for the next half hour to an hour? Are you going out to the command deck to join WAC, or are you like?
Yeah, I'm gonna be up there. So
Yeah, if we have half an hour, does the boat kind of stay itself from the usual line? So once it stays itself, I'll head up to the command deck as well. Just follow.
Zasmine wants to try her body modification spell that she's trying to work on.
Okay.
So
And so whose body are you trying to modify?
I'm gonna call Burp over. I want to see if I can like.
Oh no, what are you gonna do to Bird?
Okay, boss.
I have a spell I want to try. The
Okay.
body modification spell.
Okay.
So what would you like done?
This is gonna go bad.
If you want longer hair, I could see if I can give you longer hair.
No.
You want different color eyes?
No.
I need something to do. You want a tail?
No.
God damn it.
You're hearing this conversation.
Oh no.
Wait, she can just hold Wreck in her hand. She's just gonna do that. She's gonna go up and
No, Rex half
pick
your
up Wreck.
size.
she can pick him up still.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he can also lay his whole body up by your hand.
Pick him up like a baby.
So you hear her offering Burke body modifications.
Yeah, so she's just picking.
Everyone else on deck does, and Burke's like, I don't know.
Everyone else wants a body modification. Is that what?
I don't know. Anyone that's on the floor would have heard.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to try and get wings or Charmeleon.
You see, that's kind of what I
Charmander.
was thinking of, but I remember originally you said you didn't want me to have that. 'Cause you thought it
Doesn't mean that they'll work.
Might just be pretty.
But you get your first little vestigial wings. They're cute until they
They're
grow
for
into their use.
They can flap, but it's like bumblebee wings.
I gotta ask, why do you want wings on this tune? Curiosity.
There are winged kobolds.
Yeah, true.
Could be a flying fireball of death.
Yeah, pretty
Charizard.
much just, dropping fireballs from the sky. Can't do a breath weapon, but next best thing.
He does have a breath attack, actually.
I don't know what. Otherwise, you could also try to modify the ship to remove one of the walls between the cells to make a larger room.
But that still counts as body modification, though?
Yeah, it's the body it's modifying the body of this living creature that you're sitting in.
Okay, I'll try that, and hopefully it doesn't resist.
Okay.
Um,
So, explain to me exactly how you're trying to modify the wall.
Oh, the way she's imagining it is, well, she's gonna go into, say, the cell right here and, like, put her hands up against the wall. And just sort of imagine that the wall sort of melts away back into itself, so it opens up. That makes sense?
So that the ceiling and floor basically, like, absorb it,
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So roll a spellcast roll.
I already I just need to add the supplements.
Okay, now roll a persuasion.
Nat 20.
The wall opens right up. Okay. The ugliness that's been in here, all that like scent and odor of like slaves that have been living in here for ages, just gets absorbed into the walls and it becomes fresh and clean.
It's good to know. So now these two became one room.
Yep.
She's gonna go over to the next room and do the same thing.
So mark which walls you're deleting, please.
I need a colorful. So do I just like
It's just paper.
this wall? And
You gotta try to do that wall right there.
no,
Gonna skip
These are the
one.
ones. These are ones.
Yeah,
You
gonna
did that
skip
one. So
one.
now you gotta try doing that one. You said right.
This one.
Oh, she's gonna skip a room. She's gonna make big
around?
rooms.
Okay.
Okay, roll for that one.
Oh. 17
Okay, roll a persuasion.
again.
Yeah,
17.
excellent. It opens right back up. So the spell cast I'm having you do is to communicate what you're trying to alter to the creature that you're trying to alter. Because now that you've casted it twice with quick cast, you've now learned a spell.
Yeah.
Modify organism. Or you can name it something else if you want. Okay. First, you must commune with the organism that you're trying to modify.
It's body organism or body what?
Modify organism. Before you only had modify plant.
Can I put modify the living?
At this point, yeah. Plant and animal. And you haven't really learned to do anything for undead, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So what does it do?
So first, you do a spell roll in order to connect with the organism. And for a simple change to the creature physiology. And then you do a persuasion to see how well it's going to take. Because you're persuading their body to alter itself to your will. So if it doesn't like it, that's going to be a painful motherfucking thing to go through.
True.
And usually I need to do a spell 5 times for it to become a cantrip, right?
At your level 5, you've gotten to quick learn.
So is it not 3 or something?
It takes concentration. It takes it takes a good 5 to 10 minutes to do it, depending on how much you're doing. So it's not an instant cast kind of spell.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask about. So with most spells that I create, in the past, when I've used them enough times, they became cantrips.
Yes. At this point now, it's a new effect.
Yeah.
So it's a 0 cost effect that you've just learned. Okay? As long as you spend 10 minutes or more that you're dedicating to doing it, okay, and it's not a difficult change, then you can do this. Okay? If you're trying to make something difficult or something instant, that's when you're going to have to spend more spell points in order to make it quicker, do it on something at range, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and basically all you were doing is removing a skin membrane. So it's a very simple alteration for the ship. Does that make sense?
No, because I didn't really have anything question I had. So with this one right here, before it was filmed out to like 5 because I used it 5 times and it then became a cantrip.
Yeah.
So with this modify the living one,
Okay.
it's the same thing.
It's 5 times originally in order to learn make it a spell.
Yeah.
And name it.
But with the fast
After you learn fast learn, quick learn,
yeah.
now you only have to do it twice in order for it to become a spell. Okay? And I gave it to you at no cost as long as you're spending 10 minutes or more on it
Okay.
for a small change.
Okay.
Larger changes you may have to spend more time on or spend spell points on. But a simple change like what you were doing here, 10 minutes, it's free.
Okay.
Unless you fail a persuasion roll.
How many people are total on this ship? That debates the number of rooms.
That's a good question.
That debates the number of rooms I'm gonna try to make in this thing, or try to expand.
And so you've been to this deck and you've been to the cargo deck. You talking to everybody else to find out how many are on ship? I mean, that's up to you.
I mean, is there a person close by to me?
There's 5.
I'm gonna
Well,
ask.
4.
Rest of you, what are you doing during this next hour?
I'm not really gonna direct
you
the
watch her-
question towards anyone, just sort of openly ask. Does anyone know how many people are on this ship? I'm not gonna make a direct question towards
That's the guy in charge.
I'm up on the command deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I still say, ask the guy in charge.
And I'm with you up at the command deck with Whack.
I don't care. I'm napping.
Yeah. So you two see you're flying through a storm.
Yeah. Now, can we hear them talking or no? No, they're down below.
No, not unless you turn.
Yeah, you're way
your
up
stuff
there.
on.
We're way down here.
Yeah. So, do you do a guesstimate count, or are you just only opening up those 2 rooms for larger rooms?
I'm just gonna keep going down
Okay.
and
then
see how long.
roll for the next one.
To see how long this
Until
living
she
ship
surprises
pulls up with my
Malik and
bullshit.
races the wall next to him.
Bullshit. Dirty 20.
Oh yeah. Roll persuasion. Well, those dice like you.
Mm.
23.
Those are your main dice.
That is dice for Zasmine.
She has super luck dice. We don't have like white out. Just white out the wall.
Right.
Could I just keep doing this?
Yeah?
You want to skip one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you're doing the
20
wall
again.
right next to his head.
Yep. And dirty
Okay.
20 again.
Alright. Roll persuasion.
Ooh, no. I'm 10.
10.
You tripped, talking to it as you're climbing over my body.
I'm trying to open the
Joe's
wall
head's
up
now
right
part
next
of the
to it.
wall.
A little circular hole just lifts up this big. Hello.
So
Glory hole.
as it tries to open up, okay, you see the hole opening, and then you see laying before you, there's Malik. Okay? And then it gets to the point where it doesn't want to open up the rest of the way. There's still like a good 8-inch lip around the entire circumference, and it just kind of stops there.
She's gonna try rubbing her hands on the wall to make it relax enough for her to try to do the spell again.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
That is so great. I'm gonna massage it out. I'll massage out the
You'll
kinks in the
feel
wall.
better.
Just reform it with my hands.
Sculpt it like clay.
Give it love.
Make
Give it love
a
and
spell roll. Okay, I love Primal for this creativity.
Jesus. Math. Just math.
29.
Oh my god.
Those dice are damn good.
Persuasion?
17 lowest.
Persuasion again. Do I add my spell to the persuasion or just persuasion?
Just persuasion.
11.
That's enough to be positive. Okay. The entire wall quivers a little bit.
I feel like Wax gonna speak in your head saying, "What are you doing to my ship? It's making noises." That's right, damn it. It should make those good noises.
Is it okay to walk off the wall? Did it work?
Yep.
A little ridges to this one.
And now
It's got fleur-de-lis on it. It was feeling good.
So 1/2 of these have decent sized small cabins instead of cells. With double doors.
Right?
Deluxe cells.
So now,
So now he's just there.
kicked him out of over.
Trips over you on the way through the other door.
You're welcome.
Now he's gonna go here and make another attempt. Well, actually, it should be someone else's turn. So.
I just finish it out. Go for it.
No, it's not happening.
What'd you roll?
The total would be a 13 for the spell.
What did you roll?
I moved a 3, and then I have my 7 for my spell, so that brings it to a 10, and then I have my 3 for my intelligence.
So that's a success.
Okay. That's better. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't get quite as much energy into it, but it understood what you wanted and okay.
It doesn't care anymore.
Oh, it's feeling good. You massaged.
Yeah.
It is like you can move me. You
It's
can,
still
you can
quivering a
shake
little
me.
bit.
You found the G spot.
You're kind of basking in the afterglow.
You're working its wood. It likes you.
This wall can go away now.
You massaged its conch.
Actually, I don't think she should bother trying to make that whenever that's storage.
But do you know what's on the other side of the room?
Oh no, she doesn't.
So go for it.
Yes. And roll again.
Okay, what did you roll?
26 for the spell.
Okay.
Holy shit!
And 24
What is that?
Okay, the
Knocking
wall
down walls.
opens right up, and as it opens up, this like pile of bones and body parts just fall across your feet and across the cell floor.
Nice.
What? Need some
Is
bones?
there like a window anywhere?
No, not right now. There are no windows facing the outside anywhere here.
I'm thinking.
How about the rest of you? What are you doing?
Yeah, they're easily creepy.
As
just
you're
watching her knock
proceeding
down walls.
eastward, you do catch sight of, after about an hour's of travel, you see the familiar flash of what appears to be a lighthouse. You're not sure how far away it is at this point. Do you guys want to do anything else over the next hour?
Just watching her knock down walls.
I'm switching rooms.
I mean,
Bigger.
the way my guy sees it right now is that he opted me into the party, so I'm his bodyguard. I'm just standing behind him, looking mildly intimidating with my hands crossed. Because I have no other purpose at the moment, so I'm content.
Okay. You're just having fun watching her.
I'm just watching this
I'm
happen.
eyeing the other side of the ship now. That's what Jasmine is doing. She's looking at the
Whack.
sounds.
What's going on? You feel anything strange with the
You're
ship?
on this side now?
Yeah.
Well, it quivered a little bit for a while. It seems happy. It also seems to be kind of leaning to one side a little bit and pulling a bit.
She's gonna even it out. So she's gonna. 17?
Yep.
Yes.
This thing's not resisting you, so it's only a DC 10 to be able to pull it off, and you have to get above a 10
Persuasion?
to
Yeah.
persuade it in any difficulty. Anything that you get that's like above a 19 to persuade it is actually giving it like joy to be able to do it for you. Anything that's below a 10 for a spell, it doesn't quite take hold at all. Persuasion under a 10, it doesn't want to do it, so it won't finish off the transform.
It finished off this one.
Yep.
Yep.
Also,
You
I
can.
can mark it off.
And does the same thing happen with the pile of bones and body parts that just kind of roll into that room?
Yep.
I choose to ignore that. And I'm just gonna go, wait. No, because that would make it too
I
big.
think I don't like live as a rat person, and because of my nature, I'm just gonna stay curled up in the hold because I'm a fucking pit fighter.
so these
That's
two
comfy to me.
came
Oh,
over.
okay, so the hold. Alright, cool.
So then, yeah, so she would go for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I have
12?
to redo this whole
Yes.
part of the map.
Oh, yes.
Nat 20 for the persuasion.
If you don't fumble, you make it on your first roll.
It's not getting a break.
The
Not until
whole
she just finished with
thing quivers, and you get flashes in your head
Oh no.
of like what seems like 1,000 images at once. Okay, you have been mutating this thing multiple times now. It backlashed, and now it's asking you, "What the fuck do you want me to do? Just tell me how you want this to be." Okay? And in relation to that, I'm going to have you, when we get home, go on, and I'm going to make that frame for you, and you can rewrite the entire floor of that map, however you want to do it.
Okay.
Except for the very front portion there, where the tentacle control is, and
That's where Rock is, isn't it?
yeah, well, no,
No.
that's where he just goes every so often. Okay, but the rest of it
And what about this
and the
area?
stairs, that is the old brain pool. So
Doesn't need it, it could be empty.
Is there still like larvae and brain chunks floating in there?
no,
No.
they drained everything out of there before they left. They left this thing for dead.
Okay.
So basically, you'll have all of that to build
So you
rooms out
only
of.
have to leave this alone and the stairs.
No.
Yep.
why?
Hey, kobolds could be anything.
So
Yep.
Ratman.
So yeah, I will have you redo this map, and you can rewrite exactly how this is going to be. How's that?
Okay. So then could I just mark off the rooms and like that basically tells
You're
that's
done.
what I want to have?
Yeah.
Well, the stairs and that room stays the same.
Yep.
So if you want to bring that home with you tonight, then I know how to make this map basically work. So I will bring that up for you to fix up. Okay.
The warship is just trying to fly. and
So
she's
she's spending the
messing
next
with
like 2 hours modifying the deck of this ship as you are connecting with it and modifying it as per your own will. Okay, I made Fee happy. All right.
I'm just waiting for the ship to go. What next, Senpai?
Okay. So ship is confused at little girl downstairs that apparently likes to completely change her around, Captain. Lucid.
He's going over the mental game plans with her. It's okay. It's okay.
it. There we go.
It's okay. I was only talking to you directly. So,
I did the math.
Loid kind of feels all tingly down in his bottom parts from little
keep
girl.
the wolves together, you have enough rooms out of all
Touching
that.
him the wrong way.
It's not exactly
Well, the
dumb
ship
because
not
now there's like
is
2
it
doors
not
per
not
each
damaged,
direction,
not hurt?
so she has 2
Don't worry
doors,
about
so
it.
there's only
No,
one
not
door
bad.
now.
It make him quiver and
The ship will love you.
shimmy. It
I mean, it's going to because I'm
It
not
just
done
came 2 more
modifying the
Nautilus. I'm
I'm not
underside.
sure it might like her better than me. No, I'm not doing that to you.
Zasrin is just unaware of
I'll
what's
tickle
going
your
on.
tentacle, but that did.
Yeah, now there's 2 doors per room, so now she wants to try to fuse those doors together.
Like I said, you are going to redraw the interior of this deck.
Okay, then I could just like grab a piece of paper and trace the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing you're
I have the
is this.
original artwork. I can give you the original full-size artwork, put it up in GIMP, and then just alter it all from there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be that hard to do. I'll put it on the real computer at home for you. That way, it'll be exactly what you want it, and at the same time, you can also do what Vaughn is doing to the bottom deck of the other cruiser. Sound good? Okay. And you're just having a ball watching her. Okay, and the entire space around you is twisting and morphing. It's not easy to sleep.
Yeah.
You get comfy, and then all of a sudden the floor moves, and it's at a completely different angle. It's soft for a moment, and then it's hard again.
She's
And the
causing
two of you
change.
upstairs are completely unaware of what's going down downstairs.
I'm keeping a cautious eye out and watching his back because boss.
Nick is taking care of the animals. He's created little pens for them, so to speak, for the wolves anyway, in 2 of the cells, which now is 1 cell. And then Nick starts working on the ballista and stuff that's upstairs and trying to renovate that kind of stuff up for you. Because, well, all that equipment was in rough shape. Make another perception roll.
10.
Okay, it looks like we're coming up to about midday. The storm is still going pretty strong, and you're still heading towards that lighthouse. Anything else anybody else wants to do?
He's cleaning up all the bones. He's just gonna put them in a bag and then just throw them over the side of the ship.
Gonna make a window.
Sure, each room gets a
my
window
God.
now. Each room now gets a
You set yourself
window.
up for that, though. That was total setup.
I
You can make a window. I'm gonna make a window for each room now.
I thought that she was just gonna automatically do it. You know, because I said multiple times, you have no access to the outside. You
Yeah.
can't see out. You're in a dark hold.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how to like make it an actual window or just make it a hole right in the side of the ship.
Make the shell clear.
Okay.
Make like a section of the shell clear.
So you have portholes.
Yeah.
Little organic portholes.
Okay. So she'll start here.
Or shutters.
She'll start here. It doesn't need any more shutters. So,
Little tentacle flaps that go over it and just open up.
not 20 for the spell.
Yeah, you figure out windows, no problem. Okay, you learn very easily how to just smear your hand across and turn the shell clear.
Can it open now? Can she make it so it can like open and then close back up?
Probably don't want those to really open.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
no. Just the
No.
glass is fine.
Yeah, just the
Glass
glass
is fine.
Because now we're really pushing our luck space traveling.
Yeah. Heat, temperature. Let's not.
Yeah.
That's just clear. The clear was nice. The porthole.
Clear
Go for
was-
porthole.
Okay.
Solid glass porthole.
You're just changing the pigmentation.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's easy enough.
Better than
Okay.
adding holes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
The wolves would like the bones. The wolves could just eat them.
Mark the next one comes.
So as night falls,
Just rolled a nat 20.
you find the edge of the. You rolled on nat 20?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect for your perception roll that I was going to have you do in a moment.
Okay.
Okay. As you reach the shoreline and you can finally see the lighthouse, you find that you are on the edge of a continent that you can't recognize jack squat of because it's dark as hell. Except for the lighthouse that's shining on the top of this like cliff area.
See, with my dark vision, I can't make anything out.
Well, you're a good 40, 50 feet above this.
And my dark vision was 60 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only 60 feet.
And the ship goes about 40, 50 feet in front of you.
Yeah, sure.
You know. But what I will let you do is do a survival check or a history check.
I'm doing survival.
I figured.
10. I rolled a 3, my survival was 7. So
You have no idea where you are.
I want to do that again.
I don't know this land.
Nope.
I cannot help you in that role.
I don't think pretty much anyone else can.
Might want to just say
Look, boss, land. I have a feeling we should not go near towns with this.
No, I think we should land and then go up higher.
I don't think landing a good idea either.
Go up way high.
Go
Let
up
us
high.
rest until
From
it's
what I
clear.
understand, people not like these ships.
Let's go
They
up
do
higher where
bad
they can't
things.
see us, and these people can rest more, a little bit more.
Okay.
We need to make the ship look more welcoming. We need to
It's
make it like a
never
bright
gonna
color.
look-
Too bad we can't go
welcoming.
invisible. That way beyond me. Alright, so you want them to go higher?
Yeah, to go up a little higher. How high are we from the ground now?
We can go above cloud cover with this.
Let's go above the cloud cover, yeah. Let's go above
It's
the
about
cloud cover.
750 feet.
Should I move
About
the
500
ship
feet up, yeah.
transparent?
500, okay.
In about 500 feet, you start getting the mild cloud cover,
Suspended midair.
usually for the low-hanging clouds.
Anything is hardly
So
wrong.
technically, we got two things we could
I'm
do.
just making it
Either
transparent.
actually
It's
have
weird.
him drop us
It's like
off
so
now
solid and
with
stuff.
cover of the
Alright.
storms, knowing
Yeah.
you really see the ship, or wait till storm passes,
Might
then go
bring up some
down.
problems later.
Making something
chance of getting
transparent would be
seen.
close enough to being invisible, right?
No,
No, it makes it clear.
That still gives it.
Give it camouflage.
So basically, if you made the entire shell clear, you would still have tentacles coming out of a glass shell. What looks like a glass shell with people walking around that you can see inside.
I'd be making the tentacles transparent too. Every part of the ship. So that way people would only see people walking through the sky.
what the fuck is they walking in the sky up there? Am I high?
That would be hilarious for humor's sake alone.
It's the end
You know
times,
what?
the world's gonna end.
If you can make an intelligence roll of 21 or above,
Do you have a bonus to your intelligence?
I have a save. Yeah, I have.
I give her advantage.
how are you giving her advantage?
I'm assisting.
Let's just dig in the thinking.
Oh,
Oh, is that a one?
So the thing is now blacker than it was 5 minutes ago somehow. Why?
The ship now matches the black tentacles.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
a 1.
You know what? You know, I kind of like that whole idea of the recolorization of it at that point. We should pick a random color. How do I pick a random color?
Okay, if we all come up with a color, we could roll a d6, and then the 6 is what is
All right.
chosen.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So close enough. Yeah, everyone knows I'm going to choose purple, so don't choose purple. Everyone choose a color. Keep it in your mind of what color this Nautiloid is going to end up being by the time she's done this.
D6, right?
No, I'm going to roll. Each of you choose a color.
Oh,
And
we're
then-
rolling.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, okay.
or 6. And we'll decide whose color. So everyone have your color in mind. You ready? 3.
Neon green.
That'd have been my color to match my Jeep.
I was going to go with sky blue myself.
Like green
so.
screen green.
I was gonna go for emerald green.
That's hilarious.
So the fucker's going green, fucking 90% chance.
Okay.
What
You
were you
now
doing?
have the Jade Nautiloid.
The shiny Jade Nautiloid. Jade is actually
Jade
dark.
Oh, that color blue.
Huh?
Jade is darker, but when you actually have the
Oh,
stones,
the
they-
lightest jade, you can get that really light jade.
Yeah.
There are lighter versions of jade, kind of like those that are nearly neon green.
Yeah.
The jaded Loid.
Jade Lloyd. Oh God, what have you?
It just looks like a
So
green
remember
screen
that it's
shaped
now
like-
green.
You gonna write the name of it now? It's the jaded
Lloyd.
Lloyd. It's the jaded Lloyd.
Jade Lloyd.
No, write it on this. Not your paper.
I like that one.
Write the name on this.
Jaded
If we ever
Loid.
bring this thing to Toka somehow, it's gonna roll up and everyone's gonna be really confused.
That or there's gonna be some Cthulhu grand cousin who's gonna be like, that's some sad ass pitmobile right there. You know, he's gonna be looking at us like, high roller. We come out of the boat, bebopping.
Why am I picturing like one of you like swinging from a rope on the side of it with a bucket of paint? Just
That would be the
painting
cobalt.
side.
That'd be
You see
cool.
me get out of it, and you see what the guys want to know. You see me get out. ICG guys can see us. Me get out of it, and you see, hey, that ship changed its color.
Right on the dock, we have the E1. Advanced,
And
has
green is a
energy,
welcoming
blood, a heart in it. Then you roll up in this neon green pitmobile. It's like, and you're gonna be sitting there, the
Next to
E1.
it, honk honk.
You see us rolling.
So far, you guys liking the idea of the B Squad?
We haven't even done anything. We've just been traveling, and that's funny enough.
Fight.
All right. So
just
Nothing to
like
fight in the air.
That could be a tough fight.
Why not? We just fought a dragon in the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to cap us and then jump off.
okay.
Fucking psychotic cat.
So yeah, you guys find yourselves floating above a large island. It seems to have one small town on it, another small village appears on the other side, and a lighthouse.
It's a very small island.
Anyone? No.
What do you get?
And if you
circled that right there.
the-
you marked it somewhere.
the large
we're south.
island that you're at
We were south.
has
We need to go.
a shape
No, we were up
okay.
here.
that kind of looks like a
We were up
bone
Water Deep is up here.
with
No, it was over here.
No, Water Deep's
what
on the
looks
coast.
to be another
Yeah,
like
we left
diamond-shaped island
Right. I could have sworn we had gone south.
just to
No.
the
this way.
north to northeast west of it.
Now, the easiest thing to do,
Let's find out.
have Whack look for Slade, since you're hunting Slade here.
ship loves his husband now, guessing.
He's got his friggin' thing to make a totem. Or if he doesn't, he has his totem, I should say.
Hey, Wack, you got Slade's totem still, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
See if we can find Slade.
Okay. Whispers to his little raven. Raven flies off.
Did you say slate or slaves?
Slade.
Slate. Okay.
Okay.
This was
It might take him a while to find them.
Mhm. Sure.
Last time I went looking for him, it took him about a week.
That motherfucker.
If Slade not want to be found, he not easy to find. So, what do you guys want to do? I gave you a description of where you are.
We're still in a storm.
Into the
We should go
next
down.
Well, the
one.
storm is basically cleared.
Has it? Shit.
Okay, you're now in neon green. Not
I'm
like,
definitely gonna spot the fucking ship.
up to a couple miles, probably.
So, all right, so let's head in your general direction of where you think that castle tower thing was.
what I described to you is it looks like you have a small island that's kind of shaped like a bone.
With a diamond island near it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a diamond island near it.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, so they found it. So we know where we're at.
Where?
Right up here in the corner.
Almost diamond shaped and that almost looks like a bone.
No.
No?
There was an island and a diamond shape near it, right? I was trying to pay attention.
Oh, right there.
So if you promise not to read the names, that they're going to be hard to read on that anyway.
I can't see the fucking names.
Right.
I didn't know that was names.
You find yourself floating right above here.
Alright. That would be. Here.
Yeah.
You had to put a little bit.
I think that would be this one here.
No.
No.
Actually, this is about a good time for a break. We're at the 1 hour mark. So while you guys are studying your big map, trying to see if you can figure out where you are, okay, I will leave this up on my monitor while we take a break so you guys can actually take a look at your map. I just asked don't click on it to get any more information that I'm giving you automatically.
Right.
All right, and we shall return shortly.